Okay, I
Well,
call our meeting.
we're not quite ready. Sorry, we're going live. That takes a minute or two, sorry. Okay, we are live.
We are going to call our meeting, our investment committee meeting today, April 11th to order. Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Angela Banks,
Here.
Christina Bennett,
Present.
Louis Cross,
Present.
Sheila Goodwin, Emily Hubbard, Shanice Johnson,
Present.
Yvette Levy, Martell Mann, Bobby Richardson, Albert Sanders,
Yes, I'm here, present.
Doris Walker. All right, we do have 5, so we still have enough for a quorum. Bobby was there, but I guess she'll come back maybe when she lost connection. So we're good to get started.
Okay, so last month Jeff went over a couple of items, and today is the presentations for the private debt managers. You're interviewing Carlisle and Monroe, and then we're also need to speak about a memo that was sent over regarding UBS. Sue, would you like us to do that memo first, or would you like us to get the manager? Is there anybody in the waiting room with the managers? Is Carl?
They are not in the waiting room as of yet.
Oh, okay. So Jeff, do you think we should go ahead and go over the UBS memo now?
Yeah, why don't we do that? Because I think this should be fairly quick.
I can bring that up. It was sent out to the trustees, but
Yes.
Okay, so hopefully if everybody had a chance to give it a quick look, we tried to keep this as brief as possible, but just as a recap, if you recall, and this was shortly, we were sort of in the throes of COVID, but UBS, historically, they've been having a lot of issues. We decided we made the recommendation to make a full redemption. And since that time period, they really have not paid out any redemptions between some of the things that have been going on with their particular properties and then with what's gone on in the entire commercial real estate industry. There hasn't been a whole lot of liquidity there. So they came out with a fee program. Recall our recommendation was to take half of the balance and put it into this fee discount program, because if they weren't paying anything out, we might as well take advantage of some fee savings. So that's what we did. More recently now, they came back and said, we're going to extend that program because the initial program was for a 4-year period. They came back and said, well, now we're going to have a program that doesn't really have a time limit on it. And we're going to change some of the things, such as the previous program said, you can put some money into the loyalty program, have some savings, but if you decide to take a portion of that out, you're going to have to sort of pay back your fee savings. So they made that go away and just said, you can put anything you want into this now. There's no payback provision, and you can take your money out whenever you want. So basically, we're just getting fee savings. So as well, and I took a look at it, and we talked to the people over at UBS, we talked to our internal analyst, and basically confirmed that we can get we shouldn't say we can get our money whenever we want. We can get back into the redemption queue whenever we want, and it's not first come, first serve. So we're sort of on the same footing as everybody else that's in the redemption queue, and we can continue to get fee savings. So our overall thought was, if they're continuing to be in a position where they might not pay anything out for the next 12, 18 months, why don't we just shift the entire balance over to the loyalty program? So take it out of the redemption pool, put it in the loyalty program, get the 25% savings, And then whenever the market turns, and Gwelda and I will certainly keep a close eye on that, and when UBS is in a position to start paying out redemptions, that we can come back in and put a redemption in and then be on the same footing as anybody else that's in the redemption queue. So we don't really lose our place in line, but we get fee savings. So Gwelda and I kind of scratched our heads, thought, is this too good to be true, or is there an issue with this? That's why we got on the phone with them just to confirm, walk through these steps, and they said, yes, that's how it works. You can get the fee savings and then put your redemption back in when you want. So our recommendation would be to just put the whole balance now into the loyalty program. You would get about the system would get about $60,000 a year in savings on fees. And again, we would sort of keep an eye on things, and when we see more liquidity come back into the market, we can come back and readdress putting in a redemption. Any questions?
The only question is, Jeff, what is the performance?
It's been negative, so I'd have to pull up the last quarter to see where we were, and then the flash report that we're going to show you doesn't have updated monthly returns, but they're negative. But frankly, the whole industry, whether it's the managers that we still recommend in the core real estate space, they're all in negative territory as well. And again, that's just because we've seen these industry-wide redemptions that's been putting the pressure on managers. Now, the good news is we've started to see some leveling off of that redemption pressure, because a lot of that came as the result of when you go back to 2 years ago, when the equity markets, fixed income markets were really bad and real estate was really good, every institution out there became overweight in real estate. And so they put in redemptions that we had to rebalance. And so that sort of started the ball rolling on this pressure. And then performance turned down in commercial real estate, and it sort of snowballed. Well, now if you look at the reverse, last year, equity, fixed income markets, really good, real estate, not good. It kind of organically rebalanced everybody. And so a lot of folks that the big institutions that had these redemptions in place to rebalance didn't have to. So we're starting to see redemptions rescinded, and that's slowing down a little bit. So a bit of a turn, and also some of the things that everyone's been keeping an eye on. It's been the office space. When 12 months or 18 months ago, everybody thought, hey, no one's going to come back to the office. Well, that has started to shift. So we're seeing more companies requiring employees to come back into the office. And so to the extent that the world thought there wasn't going to be a whole lot of occupancy going forward in office, that situation has started to get better as well. So again, we're probably going to continue to be in flat to negative territory in core real estate for a few more quarters here, but we think sort of the worst of it should be behind us. So, and Christina, if you want to give me 2 seconds, I can actually pull up last quarter's report and get you the performance. And then Sue, I'll check in, or do we have anybody in the waiting room yet?
Yeah, there's 2 people.
Okay. Yeah, I can go back and look at it, Jeff. I think I'm good.
Okay. And
I agree.
we can circle back at the end of the meeting. I can give you a number, but again, it's all been negative. But we expect over the next couple of quarters that environment getting better, and certainly if we see interest rates start to level off too, that also should help the industry in general.
So Sue, do we need a recommendation from the investment committee to approve this, to take it to the board?
We do. I do have a motion if we want to do that now, or.
Yeah, let's do it really quick so that we can. So in case Janice doesn't get in the middle of Timbuktu and can't vote.
Right.
Okay. So.
Can I get someone to read the motion?
Al, is he on?
Yes, I'm on. I make a motion to recommend rescinding of the TPF redemption request and electing participation in the new UBS loyalty program as recommended by investment consultant Mariner.
Richardson second. Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Hi,
Bobby.
Bobby. It's been properly moved in second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, can I get a roll call vote, Sue?
Angela Banks,
Yes.
Christina Bennett,
Yes,
Louis Cross,
Yes.
Shanice Johnson,
Yes.
Martell Mann,
Yes.
Bobby Richardson,
Yes.
Albert Sanders.
Alberto,
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
We have 7, the motion carries.
all right. All right, Jeff.
Okay, Christina,
Well, that's
really
it.
quick, I pulled it up before we move forward here. So, and this is through the 1231 report that the UBS fund where we have the redemption in for the latest 12 months was down 15%. So not a great year, but the rest of the universe, so their peer group was down 10. So everybody's kind of feeling it, but they were a bit worse than the rest of the pack.
Okay. Thank you. Now that the show is now handed over to you and Gwilda.
Great.
Okay, so you can go ahead and let it. I think people at Carlisle's out there waiting.
Yeah, we got Justin and Jennifer. Jennifer has an email of Carlisle. Is Justin Floof? Does that sound like a Carlisle person?
She's a client service consultant relations, and he would be the investment person.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here they come. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we want to do this in closed session? Their presentation?
Probably,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay, well then we need to do that. Motion, hang on. So another vote. Okay. So that motion is up to close the meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to close the meeting and that all records and votes to the extent permitted by law pertaining to and or resulting from this closed meeting be closed under RS Missouri 610.02112 for the purpose of having a confidential or privileged communication on contract matters.
Richardson second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Do we need a roll call, Sue, or can we just say aye?
Yeah, roll call.
Roll call, please.
Angela Banks,
Yes.
Christina Bennett,
Yes,
Louis Cross,
Yes.
Shanice Johnson,
Yes.
Martell Mann,
Yes.
Bobby Richardson,
Yes.
Albert Sanders.
Yes.
Okay. So once again, we have 7 motion carries. Things here. Okay. We are live.
Okay. With that being said, I'm only gonna go over, you bring up performance flash report. I'm only gonna go over 3 pages. Since we're going to go into more discussion at the next meeting, which is the quarterly report meeting. This is the March flash report. You can bring that up, Sue. And we can go to, this is our new cover. Then go to the next page, Sue, which has the market. That page. Okay, I will just make comment. If you look in that column that says month for equities as well as fixed income, as you can see, all the numbers are positive for large, mid, and small cap international stocks, as well as in fixed income for the month and for the first quarter of the year, which is a 3-month column. So that being said, the first 3 months of the year were actually good months. This month, as you all know, we're seeing some not so good numbers so far in the month of April in the markets. Some numbers came out, inflation's up. So things are not, the second quarter, the beginning of the second quarter is not looking so good. Keep fingers crossed that April will turn out a little bit better than what it's looking so far. We'll turn to the next page. I'll just make a brief comment on the asset allocation. As you can see here, the gray bars, all of your segments are well within their ranges. We have some that are going towards the minimum, but for the most part, all of your segments of the portfolio are in the target ranges as outlined in the investment policy document. And most importantly, page 3, you've got your returns. And this is a month that I actually get to report good returns. The next page, Sue. As you can see here, positive returns for the month of March, exceeded the policy index with a total return of 2.2 versus 1.85. And quarter to date, which is your fiscal year, you've exceeded the policy index at 4.1% versus 3.8. And if you look out over the longer time periods, just some weakness in the 3-year period, but the longer term numbers are relatively strong and actually exceeding or matching the policy index in all periods measured. If you look at that top line up there. So those are all good things. We will get into more in-depth discussion in each of the segments and the managers at the next meeting, unless anyone wants me to go further at this point in time.
Well,
No.
girl, I want to say great job, you and Jill, because I don't see nothing in red. I don't see anything negative. And on that other chart, everything was to my left and your right, you know. So we was at our, what you call it, the medium benchmark. Okay. So I'm learning and learning. Great job, guys.
Okay. Jeff, you have any comments regarding the performance that you would
No,
like
that's
to?
Bobby, when Gwelda is on the call, that there is no red, so she makes it go away.
That's right. That's right.
I wish I could agree with that.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for your attention tonight. I think you did a great job with listening to these managers and being insightful regarding it.
Thank you very much. And any other information we had to go? I mean, anything else we got to go over?
No, I don't think so. Sue, is there anything we're missing?
No.
Okay.
All right, I make a motion to adjourn this wonderful financial committee meeting on April 11th, 2024 at 6:26.
And Richardson the second.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Good night,
Okay.
everybody.
Good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the sunshine.
Hey, Ms. Johnson, Shanice, drive consistently.
Careful.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all for
Yeah, everybody have a good one.
Okay,
Okay.
see you next week.
See you Monday.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So Louis, I'm gonna call you, Louis, okay?
What'd you say, Sue?
I'm gonna call you.
Okay, great. I was gonna call you, so that's great.
Okay, all right, I'll come back upstairs and I'll call you.
Sounds good. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.